Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Natasha Brown, and we are following breaking news here on CBS News Philadelphia. We are getting word that several people have been shot at B and Allegheny in the Kensington neighborhood of Philadelphia, and that's what we're seeing right now. Chopper 3 hovering above this scene. You can see the police presence there. Here, it looks like there's a motorcycle there that's cordoned off in that police tape area, and officers are looking toward the street area to see what happened here possibly. We understand, again, several people were shot, including a child, a girl. Not sure of the age yet of any of the shooting victims, and we certainly have no information just yet about the circumstances surrounding this shooting there in Kensington at B and Allegheny. A large police presence there covering this scene. Again, this happened about 3 o'clock this afternoon. We don't know the situation surrounding the shooter or shooters in this case. We have seen other folks who have been walking along the sidewalk just outside of the crime scene area there. But again, no information as to what may have sparked this violence there in Kensington at B and Allegheny this afternoon. We do have some crews covering this as well from the ground. They're heading to that scene where they can hopefully get more information from police. We're certain there will possibly be a station there that they will, police usually give us an opportunity to get to a certain area where they will come and give us a briefing as to what may have happened here. But right now they are still very early on in this investigation into this shooting that just happened just about 25 minutes ago in Kensington at B and Allegheny. So we're still trying to figure out exactly what happened there, the circumstances surrounding this. But we do know, again, that several people have been shot. So it's obviously more than 3 at this point is what we're assuming, being that they're calling this, several people being shot at this point. So we're still trying to figure out more details about this scene. We do see, again, police seem to be trained on a motorcycle there that seems to be lying on its side in this crime scene area. Not really seeing much other activity there outside of police, who are looking at possible evidence at this point. Still trying to figure out exactly what may have sparked this and where officially it happened. On the street, inside a building. We're still trying to gather that information, as this is a very fresh and active police investigation and a police scene at this point at B and Allegheny in Kensington. Again, police cordoning off that area. They are still trying to figure out exactly where the shots possibly came from, who the shooter or shooters may have been in this case, and obviously the motive behind this latest act of violence here in the city of Philadelphia. The Kensington area already troubled, as we know, the scene of much violence over the last several years or so, and certainly the last several months or so. We know that Mayor Cheryl Parker has made this a priority to clean up the Kensington area, especially that open-air drug market they have been concentrating on, and that has happened. But again, they are certainly trained on this particular scene right now, the shooting scene that happened at about 3 o'clock this afternoon in Kensington at B and Allegheny. Chopper 3 hovering above this scene as we see the police presence there, the police tape. Still trying to figure out exactly where this all happened, but the street is closed down, as you can see there. Police tape blocking the street at this point so as to not disrupt their investigation. We're still trying to see if we can see any evidence markers at this point. I see none right now, so that's what leads me to believe this may have happened inside a building, possibly. We're not sure. We're still trying to gather that information, but we do have crews that are heading to that scene right now. Chopper 3 is giving us this aerial vantage point of what we're seeing, heavy police presence. Again, we do see some folks walking around that area. Don't know if they could have possibly been witnesses to this crime, but several people shot, including a child. Not sure of the age, but we do know it's a little girl. And we don't know the circumstances surrounding this shooting, where several people now have fallen victim. Don't know the situation surrounding the shooter, but again, police were looking at that, what looked to be a crashed motorcycle from Chopper's vantage point there that's a part of this crime scene. So we're still trying to gather more information from that area. Police, of course, in the midst of this active investigation, only 28 minutes in now or so. We just heard about this at about 3 o'clock this afternoon. Still don't know anything more about the shooter or shooters whether it's an active scene in the sense that there is possibly a shooter still out there, and if that's who they're looking for at this point. But we are still getting more information. Chopper is kind of giving you more of a vantage point here of how wide this crime scene is, the sprawling crime scene. It looks like over the course of a couple of blocks here is what they're cordoning off. So we are still gathering more information. Again, a large police presence there in Kensington at B and Allegheny on this Thursday afternoon. Several people shot, including a child, a little girl, we understand. We have no information about ages at this point. We do not know a motive. We are still even gathering information about where exactly this took place, meaning was it inside one of those buildings that we're seeing here? Was it on the street? That's still very much a part of the investigation, and we're going to be still gathering information about that at this point. No more information about the shooter or shooters involved at this point, and still no information about, obviously, what may have spawned this latest act of violence in the city of Philadelphia. But again, we're looking at Chopper 3 hovering above what appears to be several blocks here that have been closed off to the public, closed off to traffic, as police continue to investigate this active crime scene there in Kensington. B in Allegheny, several people shot, including a little girl, not sure of the age, not sure of what may have sparked this latest shooting. But of course, we do have a crew on the scene, several crews possibly heading that way at this point. Chopper is going to stay on top of this as well. And we will bring you the very latest here on our streaming service, as well as coming up at 4 o'clock on CBS News Philadelphia.